Alrighty, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. Today, guys, just going to be me on the post-game show. Get your questions in. If you are listening back on replay, this will go for probably about 25 to 30 minutes, depending how we go. Pretty frustrated. I'm actually the game I thought was in reach. To be honest, my overall synopsis or the overall theme of the game, I thought the Steelers could win this game. I really do. I thought the Steelers had a chance to win this game. I was like, there were parts. I thought we were moving the football down the field. I thought the defense in times, in certain possessions, they played well from the first possession, but other times the run defense was absolutely terrible. The highest paid defense, the run defense sucks, right? Now, I'm gonna say it today. I'll say it today. It's gonna happen, and I really do get sick of it. I get sick of maybe defending my side because I'm a Tomlin guy. I like Tomlin. Oh, holy crab apples. That's a bad thing. It's a bad thing to support your coach. So there's going to be a lot of, I understand there's going to be a lot of fire Tomlin in here for sure. Fire Canada, fire Tarolson, fire everyone, fire absolutely everyone, right? I understand that. But the key thing I want to talk about is adversity, man. Where's the adversity? And even if we do lose, and I'm planning to get a special guest on this week, I'm planning to get a special guest on from another syndicate who I respect a lot in this space on YouTube and stuff like that, and is a fan of another team. And I'm going to get his take. So maybe this Thursday or coming up in the next few this week, I'm going to get a take from another person from an outsider view, because a lot of Steelers fans are very spoiled. When you think about the run of the last 20 years, since 2002, the Steelers have been winning, and they've won Super Bowls. They've won 2 in that time. They've been to 3. Mike Tomlin's won 1. No matter what you say about their Coach Tomlin players, they weren't Coach Tomlin players. They're Mike Tomlin players. And overall, the team is winning. And then people will say too, well, it's Big Ben's team and Big Ben did things. But overall, you're a team. The whole team does things. You're a team of 53, and you go out there and you play to win the game. And they did that, but the team fell apart today too. And there are some guys that we can, I guess, put on a pedestal too for the scapegoat, right? The scapegoat right now is Mike Tomlin for sure. He's the fire candidate. It's Matt Canada for the fire candidate. It's Terrell Austin is up there for a fire candidate. It's Trubisky throwing those 3 interceptions. It's the run defense played horrible. But then you put all these pieces together and all these opinions, it's a team. The team lost. So the team lost like that. So I'm going to get an outsider perspective on this situation with the fire Tomlin crowd, because he's the worst coach apparently. A guy that has a Super Bowl is the worst coach. I just don't understand it. I really don't. I thought that Coach Tomlin put them in the best position to win, and there were some good plays from Matt Canada. The offense was moving the football down the field, and Trubisky, being a backup, don't know if he's rusty, being the backup, he threw the game away. I made a video on this channel also that Mitchell Trubisky threw the game away, and he did. That's factual. He threw 3 interceptions. He was moving the football down the field. They were possessing the ball. They had time possession. They were moving the rock okay on the ground, kind of okay. They were throwing the football to George Pickens. They got him out, I think, over 70 yards. Deontay Johnson played a good game, in my opinion, as well. That's just my opinion. He played a good game. They were moving the football down the field. Next minute, Trubisky throws over the middle. We always talked about they don't throw over the middle. Steelers don't throw over the middle. He throws over the middle. He gets picked. And then it happens again, right? But he had one good drive too. He had one good drive. The big pass to George Pickens went down the field for a TD. Najee Harris put the ball over the end zone, scored a TD. They went up 10-7. The game was in reach. The game was in reach for most of the time. For 6 points, for 13-7 for most of the time. Of course, a lot of fans now will probably say, well, we lost to a backup quarterback in Anthony Johnson. Shout out to him, by the way. Shout out to Anthony Johnson for the Ravens. Got his victory, came into the game, and Tyler Huntley went out and hurt his leg, right? So shout out to him, got his first victory. Shout out to the Ravens too. The Ravens played really well. They played some good football, man. They played some good football. The Ravens ran all over us. That is something that I would love to see our team do, but they're not going to build that way. But the way the Ravens win games is drag it out like that, play good defense. They turn the ball over 3 times. They ran the football down our throat, and that's how they won the game. They won the game by using all 3 running backs. Dobbins, Edwards in there. They used Tyler Huntley too. So everyone's right now, the minute we lose, the minute we damn lose, it's fire Tomlin, fire this guy. Now, I will put my hand up and say, and I've now said it in 2 videos on Steel Nation Australia and Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. I'll put my hand up. I was a guy who wanted Matt Canada out. Wanted him out. But that's not overly a bad take, because half a Steelers Nation, or more than half a Steelers Nation, wants Matt Canada out. And also, people still want Matt Canada out. They do. But in this game, I thought Matt Canada had a pretty good game plan. I thought everything was moving, and then Trubisky started to throw the football away. You go to Trubisky's stats. I can almost off memory now. I think 22 for 30 and 200 something yards. I think it was. Yeah, 22 for 30, 276, 1 TD, 3 interceptions, 1 sack. Trubisky, he had chances to go down the field and put points on the board, but then threw the game away with all those picks. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. So, anyways, let's go to the chat. G'day, Matt. What's going on? I've been a Steelers fan for 41 or 48 years. If I live 9 more days, 49. Both painful losses. Yeah, they're exactly right. Minimum 20 points given away. The Steelers were moving down the field, chances for field goals, and Trubisky targeted the middle of the field. Patrick Queen got one. Roquan Smith got one. And the safety, I can't remember his name. Might have been Hamilton. I think he got one. So they got 3. So that's exactly right. Still go 808 says, where the Kenny haters now? How do you hate? You can't hate Kenny if he didn't play. I thought the tackle wasn't, at the time, I was furious. I'm like, it was a dirty play. Going back at it, it's a good tackle. It's a normal tackle. It just sucks he got hit. And also, he went out for concussion protocols. The NFL is really serious about this stuff now. So the minute you get hit like that, you're out. The game's gone. And it was Trubisky time. Now, the AMN report says Rudolph, it has to be Rudolph. If Pickett misses time because of a concussion, that's now 2 times this year he's had concussion. If he misses time, you have to go with Rudolph. Like this, the whole Rudolph scenario is kind of funny. A lot of fans also don't like Rudolph, and maybe the Steelers don't like him either because they put him on the quarterback number 3. They have mismanaged this from the get-go. Why they didn't go with Rudolph at the start or give him a fair chance at the start of the year to play him there and then bleed Kenny Pickett after Rudolph or even start Kenny Pickett from the start, I don't understand. But Rudolph, I think, should have a chance to play. And if Kenny is out for this week or next week, you got to start Rudolph. You have to at least give him a chance. Surely he won't be throwing 3 picks like Trubisky. Surely he'll be checking out or throwing the football away. It almost felt like Trubisky was playing for the other team. It really felt like he had a silent deal with John Harbaugh, and he was playing with the other team saying, "Oh, do you want the ball now? Is that okay? Let's go. Here you go. Here's the ball." It was, and also Trubisky's game wasn't that bad today. In certain steps, he was throwing some good footballs to Pickens, to Deontay. Deontay's coming back to the route, making these adjustments. But in the clutch moments to go and to move down the field and have a chance to score, he throws it away 3 times. 3 times I was angry and pissed off, just like every member of Steeler Nation. Crazy. JJ52 says, just got to be patient, the Pickett rebuild. Exactly right. And this is the thing, too, that I find really funny, right? Like, I saw one comment the other day that this team won't win a Super Bowl this year, right? Well, they probably won't win one, and people have said that. But we have to ride with the painful losses. But this kind of felt like it was in the grasp of a win. It really felt like it was a grasp of a win. There could have been a chance. And it doesn't help with when you've planned the whole week with Kenny Pickett. You're planning to use him. And the minute that Trubisky gets in there, things change, right? And that sucks. So I was kind of hopeful to see. Like Trubisky went down the field, I think in 2 passes down the end zone. Najee Harris scored 10-7. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. I even joked with Stay the Steelers here. I even joked there could be a quarterback controversy, right? Could there be a quarterback controversy at this time? And now there's not. But that's just the way it goes. The Ravens picked off. They played some good defense, man. This Raven team is good, even without Lamar Jackson. Actually, we probably would have been better playing Lamar Jackson than the other 2 quarterbacks. Just the way I see it. G'day, Jay Cutter. What's going on from Pittsburgh? Welcome. Is that really? There you go. Trubisky interview said, I was trying to cause a spark and got overly aggressive. Yes, you did. You definitely did. But in saying that, you can do so many different things because Steeler fans were also saying, well, Trubisky's being a game manager. Trubisky's not throwing the football down the field, right? But the minute he does throw the football down the field, guys like me are like, you're terrible, you suck. So you can't win. In some of these scenarios, I talked about in the video today, in all the videos I do, Steelers Nation Australia, Syndicate, wherever you find me, the theme of today is when you lose, you're going to have to blame someone, right? It does suck. You got to blame someone, but it's still a team effort. I really thought we had today. Today sucks. I thought we had today a chance at least. I really did. Matt says most likely win with Mason. Probably. I think so too. I really think that they stuffed it up to a certain degree. They should have played Mason at quarterback 2, or you bring, like, it must hurt. It must be funny. Maybe not hurt's a weird way to say it. It's kind of funny. If I'm sitting in Mason Rudolph's shoes, I get a free game every week, right? I'm getting paid all the big coin. I go to practice. I do my job. Like, you're doing your job, right? You're doing the quarterback things you're doing. You have to do that. You're doing that, and then the other side thinks, well, they don't dress him. They never dress him at quarterback number 2. They never dress the quarterback number 3. Rudolph sits there, watches the game unfold, going, wow, this is a great game. This is crazy, because he knows he can't play. Rudolph is in the best position because he's sitting back saying, well, no one's going to judge my tape from this year. They can only judge my previous years, sitting there going back and forth. And JJ says, I think Rudolph should be number 2. I think so too as well. But I think they stuffed up. And Steeler Girl says Rudolph is Christmas time, 100%, right? But he's sitting in the position going, well, they brought in Trubisky. They brought in Kenny Pickett. For sure, Kenny Pickett's a rookie, and I think he should be starting, right? There's no controversy like that. Start Kenny Pickett. If he's healthy, start him. But if you're Rudolph and you're watching Trubisky throw these interceptions, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, hang on a minute. You brought that guy in and he's throwing the game like that? You know what I mean? Of course, too, I think the first interception, too, I think Sims fell down. That's not a good look, But if he was playing overly aggressive, we have said in the past that we want him to throw the football down the field, and he was doing that. He was playing. There was times where you take those picks back, and it's a different game. But that is one side of the equation, if you want to put it that way. Another side is the Pittsburgh Steelers can't stop the run. Like, if you guys have any comments about the run, feed away, because the Pittsburgh Steelers cannot stop the run. The Baltimore rushing game was 15 carries, 120 yards, 1 TD for J.K. Dobbins, 44-yard longest. That guy went zooming away, and Fitzpatrick had to chase him down. Gus Edwards had 13 carries, 66 yards, 16 long. Tyler Huntley, 9 carries, 31 yards. Also, they allowed him to escape the pocket. They rushed 4 men, and there was no QB spy. It would look like it. He was just like, see you later, mate. Run over. See you later, right? There was no one accounting for the quarterback. Therefore, you're going to get a lot of yards. He almost, I think, got 2 first downs too. The rushing game was just incredible for the Ravens to watch, and you wish that our Steelers had that. If Rudolph does well, could raise his free agent value, could give us a comp pick. Yeah, fair call. Mike Tomlin needs new coordinators this season, and that's been an argument too, right? There has been that we have hired, or the Steelers have hired in-house, right? They've hired in-house, and yeah, like there's no real outside pressure for a new spark or anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know if it's crazy for me to say this, but I thought that the game plan, even when Trubisky came in, I thought they played pretty well. Just these certain things didn't work out. We couldn't run the ball in certain times. And of course, right into the end, we had a chance to get the ball back for maybe a field goal, and would have been about, half a minute to go. Chris Boswell got a leg, but Chris Boswell and the teams failed today too. There's a lot of failures today, and it does suck, right? Here we go. This is what I'm going to talk about too. Matt says, my sentence is we win out, Chargers, Jets lose 3 or 4. It's a possibility. It's not over yet, but I guess today we got to deal with a loss because that game you had to win. The Bengals won today. The Browns lost. The Ravens win. If we can get a chance at 7th, now a lot of people will say, well, what's the point getting 7 what's the point getting 7 if we're going to lose anyway? The point is you want to cheer your team on. That's the point. Like I'm basically, like, I'm not an analyst. I'm a straight up fan. I'm the same as you guys. I know the X's and O's, but I don't act like I know them, right? My weakest area is the O-line, right? I'm straight up a fan. If I see my team get in the playoffs, I'm going to cheer them on. So people saying, well, if we make it, there's no point. You might as well just tank. Stuff that. You play to win the game. We need the Chargers to lose today. We need the Jets. The Jets lost today too, and we need the Patriots to lose too. But we need to take care of our own stuff. And if Kenny's not healthy, it should be, hopefully, Rudolph versus Sam Darnold in Carolina. That's a game. Then we need to play the Raiders at home. That's going to be a big game. And then the Ravens again. It's going to be, if the Ravens beat us at home, imagine how hard it's going to be to verse Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. That's going to be a big game, which probably could be a loss too. And of course, the Browns. 4 games to go, though. G'day, Dave. What's going on? Not with Mitch. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Let me get a drink of water. It's really hard doing this stuff without my mate Owen. Owen worked a big shift today. Mm. Really hard talking too much. Yeah, I agree with that too. Yell at TV. How could? Oh, it's hard. Here we go. Here we go. Jennifer's on the spot. Here we got insider information. Sim said in his interview that he was in the wrong spot, which caused him such. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Tomlin blamed Trubisky. I need to go back and watch that too. I haven't watched it yet. I've been just too busy doing stuff. G'day, Reginald River. What's going on? Would be fantastic to get if we had a chance. We still got a chance, but this loss hurts. It really does. Yeah, the Ravens. You guys got any questions? I'll feed them. But excuse me, it's from the get-go. I thought when Trubisky was in there, I thought, okay, 7 points down 10-7, we have a chance. It was always going to be hard to run the rock. Always going to be hard to run the rock, right? Najee Harris, I think, was 2.6, something like that average. Warren was in there. Also, shout out to Warren. If there are some positives, right? Warren's a guy, man. We need to try and figure out how to keep Warren around and feed him the football. He caught that ball and he saved Trubisky. He saved Trubisky in one play where he checked down to him. He evaded two players, then got the first down. Warren's a fun guy to watch in this offense. If we can take anything out of this season, Warren's been fun to watch. Connor Hayward's been fun to watch. Muth been fun to watch too. Pickens had a day too. Here we go. So Mitch did handle himself with class and post-game took the blame. Tomo did not take the blame. Okay, right. And that's the big thing too. Like the Steelers turned the ball over, I think, 3 times near the red zone or on the edge of the red zone, right? Those are field goals. Those can be possibly TDs. That's what I thought, because you go to his stats, right? You go to his stats, 22 for 30, 276, right? That's not bad. If those interceptions don't happen and say they're incomplete passes or say they're completions, Trubisky could have went 25 for 30 if they didn't happen. But they did happen, and the whole game changed. Warren had 3 rushes for 11 yards. They got to use him more. And 2 receptions, 3 targets for 16 and a 14 longest. It's a fantastic play. And Pickens got the ball too. So, Pickens is probably, I guess he's not happy with the loss, but he's probably happy getting the football. He was 3 for 3. Jonte Johnson, I thought played a good game too. 6 receptions, 82, 37 longest with a big football catch near the end. And he did go backwards at one stage that kind of sucked. But yeah, man, I don't know. The thing is, guys, the only hope now, I guess, for our Steelers, the way I see it, and I'll never tank. I would never, ever think about tanking. The only way I see it now is the North out of reach. The Bengals and Ravens would have to explode. They would have to explode because I think they pretty much won it no matter what now. They would have to explode or go tie or something like that. The only way they have a chance to go to the playoffs is the 7th seed, because the Bills and the Dolphins will fight for the 5th. And I think the 6 is like actually could be 6th and 7th seed. So we need some teams to lose. We need the AFC teams to lose. We need the Chargers to lose this week. Got to get. Oh, imagine that, dude! That would be fantastic. Got to get Warren to the podcast. Give. Oh, that'd be so much fun, dude. Yeah, I don't know how we do that. It's one way to send an email, right? It's one way to send an email and say, "Hey, mate, how's it going? Would you mind coming on the podcast?" But it's really hard to get to these when these players get involved in the NFL. It's really hard. I would love to try and work with, to be honest, like Big Ben. Like Big Ben's in our space now. Myself and Owen and other guys who do podcasts and do Steelers content, stuff like that. I would love to be like, hey, Big Ben, by the way, mate, you're in my space now. Like I've been doing this 2 years. You've only been doing it for about 3 months, but you're killing it. He's killing it. But it'd be fun to get him on there because he had Debo Harrison there too. It'd be excellent. And Jennifer's right too. The linebackers didn't play. It's just, I don't know if it's scheme. I don't know if it's physicality. I don't know if it's the defensive line, if it's all this money going on the outside. TJ Watt still looks a bit banged up. I thought Highsmith was going to have a game today, but the Ravens ran the rock so effectively with 5.1 yards per carry or something like that. Okay. Let me see. So according to the playoff machine, Jets Chargers lose 3 or 4. We win out is the only way. Okay. So Jets and Chargers need to lose 3 out of 4, and we win out. That makes sense. So, so we need six out of 8 games, right? 6 out of 8 games to have a chance, and that's a good thing about the playoff machine too. You never know, right? It would have been better with a win today, and of course with now the Panthers, Raiders, and I guess me and Owen can break it down throughout this week. But if these teams can lose, you have a chance. But I guess Mike Tomlin is facing his first losing season this year. But so many things went wrong. Like there was even zone coverage too, where there was like, who was a guy? I can't remember his name. Hang on, who was his name? Deshaun Jackson. Wait. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson had 2 catches of 34 yards. He found some open holes too. Even when they passed the ball, these receivers were wide open. Like Andrews wide open. Demarcus Robinson wide open. 5 receptions, 52 yards, 6 targets. Right? They only threw the ball 17 times between the 2 guys. Got 2 sacks. So the Baltimore rushing game ran over the Steelers, and that's what changed it all. Couldn't stop the run. David says, we'll love to make a playoffs, but have to look at the next season. Big time. Yep, I agree. So, oh man, this one hurts, guys. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up very shortly. I'm kind of out of steam. Been up since 5 a.m. Calling the game on my other channel, Steel Nation Australia. Did the 2 videos, kind of done. If you guys any more questions, I will answer them. But this is just a knee-jerk reaction. We allowed the Baltimore Ravens to win, and that's what hurts. That's what Jalen hurts us, because I thought if this team was going to pull it out, they had to get those field goals, not turn it over. They had to stop the run. They had to do all these things we've been talking about for yonks. And the Steelers, I thought, were on the turn the corner. I thought they were turning the corner to a certain degree. I thought this team was playing with more fire, more passion. But it's the same result that we hear every week. I might have a few beers a day. I actually might be doing my Steel Nation Australia Miami Dolphins versus Chargers. I might be cheering on the Dolphins to win today. I might be doing that at 12 o'clock, have a few beers and do another stream on Steel Nation Australia. Not this channel, but Steel Nation Australia. But it's the same old. We're going to hear from Cameron Hayward and those guys. We should have played better. And I thought they turned the corner. I really did. I thought they turned the corner. I think so many Steelers fans had this as a W. We're actually favorite in this game. We had the Pigeons there. We had Kenny Pickett. And then the thing is, Kenny Pickett went out too. Like, if Kenny plays, do we win? Is that a thing? If Kenny plays the whole time, it's Kenny to George Pickens. Do they throw the football down the field? Do they win this game? Is he more mobile than Trubisky was? There's so many questions that we just can't answer. And the thing is that when we get in this position, the minute they lose, we want to fire everyone. And hopefully the coaches like Tomlin and the players like Trubisky can have some accountability and say, you know what, we suck today. But if you're looking at the grand scheme of things, the whole season's been up and down. If they can finish with some wins, go 4 in a row, give us a chance, go into next season. And I would love to see the Mike Tomlin haters freak out. And we'd never have if Tomlin goes the next 4, it would be a Tomlin thing. If Tomlin wins 4 games in a row and it comes down to the Jets losing the last game against their opponent and we make the playoffs, that'd be the funniest and best thing. And that's what we've got to hope for, right? Anyways, guys, I'm really out of steam. Woof! The win today would have been fantastic. All right, guys, thank you for checking out Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. That was awesome as always. The Steelers are now 5-8. We have 4 games to go. We have the Panthers on the road, Raiders at home, Ravens on the road, and then Browns at home. It does. It really does. It's because it was there. It was in Trubisky's hands. He's the quarterback of the team. He's the leader of the team, and there's some responsibility for him. but the rest of the team it was in your grasp, man. It was in your hands. It was in the Pittsburgh Steelers' hands, and they threw it away. But there needs to be blame for every single person. Hey, I'm still hopeful though. According to Matt, if this happens, I'm hopeful, man. I really am. 4 wins. Some Jets lost today, Chargers lose today, and that's going to be, we need 2 more. Let's see what that can happen. Let's see what can happen. All right, guys, I'll see you later.